Hey guys, coming here, welcome back to part 2 of video of Langrisser news from the future, featuring the all and grown up Elma, and we will be calling her Elma 2.0 or aka the Apostle of Light. So to make things easy for you guys, we'll be calling her Elma 2.0. So she has finally grown up after the missing time skip for the reincarnation side of the storyline. So alright, she's featuring at rank 6. So before we carry on, do note that at the end of the video I'll be showcasing the rough translations I have done for you guys, the Talon, exclusive skills, and 3C of her. So are you guys ready? Here we go. And we're gonna be appreciating her art style first. So yeah, I'm gonna be calling her Gundam Onna because they kind of like bring Gundam to Langrisser. I mean, look at her. She's holding on to a laser shoe. Maybe it's a glass shoe, or I don't know, some hybrid glass shoe she's holding on the left, but it looks like it's made of light, so it's almost like, you know, Gundam machine, then holding another metal blade or holy energy blade on her right. And she even has some laser light ornaments floating around her head. I mean, she's a normal human, right? She's not even like the Transcendence or Bozo. Alright, then checking out on her faction first. So Apostle of Light, rank 6, her faction is of Protagonist, Glory of Light, and Mythical Realm. I gotta say, another character that she reminds me of is actually from the recent anime, Yo, from Spy Family or Spy Times Family, Spy X Family. Yep, the hairstyle, the way she goes, kind of like they're trying to go towards the Yo art style. Maybe they're trying to ride on the trend. So okay, that's it. Alright, we will be going through on her talent at rank 6. The talent will be known as Mirror Shoe Brilliance. And gotta admit, she's currently the very famous top pick favorite as a tank in the S12 Apex in the CN server right now. And in contrast to Annie, which I'm kind of shocked. So if you guys saw the release, or when this version of the game released on your patch, I guess you guys will be summoning Elma 2.0 a lot for your Apex. Alright, going to a talent. Number 1, reduce damage received by 25%. Number 2, when you end your turn, obtain 3 layers of mirror light effect. The effect are as follows: increase 2% intelligence for each layer of mirror light. Max stack at 5 layers. Then when receiving buff dispel effect, mirror light will be dispelled instead. And 3, when receiving a death blow, you will be resurrected with 50% HP and gain 5 layers of mirror light. The revive effect only trigger once per match. So it's short, sweet, easy to understand, and I can finally understand why she's a favorite pick in Apex, because just based on the talent alone, she has high damage reduction effect. It's a 25% reduction. So if you gave her enchantment like Steel, it will be 35% reduction. And not to mention, she's actually the first Intel tank that we have at the current meta, or she's the first hero being released that as a tank that uses intelligence to fight. So that's pretty cool and awesome. Then for mirror light effect, in case you guys are confused, unlike the effect of crystal protection like Radiance, mirror light effect are ability that allows you to work against heroes effect like Elwin's Sword Soul, because Sword Soul will dispel 5 buff from enemy target. So when you have mirror light, example, you have 5 mirror light, and then you have other faction buff effect on yourself, and if Elwin try to Sword Soul your hero, Elma 2.0's mirror light will be sacrificed instead, while she still retain her other buff given. So there is no way for you to easily dispel off all the buff she have, and thus in return she will become or still retain as a tanky hero with all buff in place. And in case you actually remove all her mirror light protection buff and you manage to kill her off, she'll be resurrected or revived once with 50% HP and gaining back 5 layers of mirror light, and that means you gotta deal her on another round again. And do know that she get to replenish the mirror light layers every time she ends her turn, so this is pretty awesome, short, sweet, and easy to use. Alright, okay, let's repeat again. So number 1, reduce damage received by 25%. Number 2, when you end turn, obtain 3 layers of mirror light effect. The mirror light effect are as follows: increase 2% intelligence for each layer of mirror light. It is max stacked at 5 layers. And when receiving buff dispel effect, mirror light will be dispelled instead as priority. And number 3, when receiving a death blow, you will be revived with 50% HP and gain 5 layers of mirror light. Revive effect can only be triggered once per match. So right, as usual on this part of video, we'll be skipping away all recurring old skills and going for exclusive skills only. So apparently she lose her, I just gotta say, I personally feel that if her characters still retain the power-up gospel of Elma herself, she's gonna be a very formidable, whichever word you're gonna use, a very strong tank, because she even can get to reflect damage and debuff and skill effects from enemy, but instead they just make her a tank that can be got against enemy with dispel effect, and yeah, she has high damage reduction, but it's just kind of like the whole thing about Elma has been changed, so it's just weird. Alright, her startup path, known as the Protector. Okay, we have the exclusive skill one is known as Mirror Guard. The type is a guard skills. Okay, it's a passive. So guard all incoming attack for allies 1 square or tiles beside you, 1 square or tiles around you. So wow, this is, oh okay, there's both passive and active, so this is a passive part, and followed by active. Increase guard range to 2 squares or tiles, and add 15% of your intelligence to both defense and magic defense. And 3, you'll be able to counter attack to a maximum range of 2 squares or tiles. This effect will last for 2 turns. So the cool thing about her, and unlike the usual tankers, which contrast to their effect, is usually they will tell you that you replace your attack with 1.x time of your defense or magic defense as attack. However, in her case is that she's adding 15% of her own intelligence to both her defense and magic defense. So at the same time, she's retaining her strong ability as a mage tanker. Well, she has higher, definitely she's going to have higher intelligence, and she's adding on to both, not just one, but both defense and magic defense. So unlike the other characters like Luna, who will just be super strong on magic defense, and Vargas is super strong on physical defense. But for Elma 2.0, she's sharing part of her intelligence to strengthen up both her defense and magic defense. So okay, I understand why she's a strong choice right now. Alright, let's repeat again. Number 1, increase guard range to 2 squares or tiles. Number 2, add 15% of your intelligence to both defense and magic defense. Number 3, you'll be able to counter attack to a maximum range of 2 squares or tiles. This effect will last for 2 turns. Alright, then first path, second class, the Protector. Okay, exclusive skill 2 is here, and this effect is known as Streaming Light or Streamer. The type is a support skills. So number 1, you dispel 2 debuff on your own. Number 2, obtain 2 layers of mirror light. Number 3, gain 2 random immune effect of the following: immune to fixed damage, immune to sealing of passive skills and mobility reduction, immune to defense, magic defense reductions and unable to heal, immune to stun, unable to receive buff and mobility reduction, immune to attack, intelligence and sealing of active skills. So yep, the following immunity effects are the same taken from the collab hero trails of Sky Kosh effect. So the type of immune will be written and shown at the end of the video, so don't worry guys, bear with me. Okay, let's repeat again, and each time I say immune, and that stands for 1 immunity effect. So alright, let's repeat again. Number 1, dispel 2 debuff on your own. Number 2, obtain 2 layers of mirror light. Number 3, gain 2 random immune effect of the following: immune to fixed damage, immune to sealing of passive skills and mobility reduction, immune to defend, magic defense reduction and unable to heal, immune to stun, unable to receive buff and mobility reduction, immune to attack, intelligence reduction and sealing of active skills. So you get 2 out of the 5 following. That is pretty cool and awesome. Then we'll be coming to, okay, she has 1 more exclusive skill. So on her second path, which is Swordsman. Okay, second path, third class, Light Shield Sword Protector. Alright, exclusive skill 3 is known as Sacred Light Shield Bash. The type is a magical range single target attack skills. Alright, so number 1, deal 1.5 times damage to an enemy. Number 2, increase the skill damage by 15% for each ally that died. So maximum increment to up to 45%, meaning 3 allies die. And number 3, close combat soldiers will attack too when using these skills. And number 4, reduce the cooldown of the skills by 2 when the target is destroyed. These skills will not receive close combat penalty. So I gotta say, this skill is kind of cool in a way that at point 2 is you increase the skill damage by 15% for each allies that dies. And the great thing is that only allies, so you don't have to be a hero, so you can just spam or combo with CC White by sacrificing your soldiers you need. You know, her summon soldier, be it cavalry, infantry, or lancer. Just sacrifice them or use that to shield against incoming damage, then to further boost her damage of the skills. This is pretty cool. So let's repeat again. Number 1, deals 1.5 times damage to an enemy. Number 2, increase the skill damage by 15% for each ally that died to a maximum cap of 45%. Number 3, close combat soldiers will attack 2 when using these skills. Number 4, reduce the cooldown of the skills by 2 when target is destroyed. These skills will not receive close combat penalty. The only downside about these skills is that unlike Ani, she do not have self HP recovering skills for as a new exclusive skills. She do have an old skills that will recover, deals only 1.5 times damage, but recover 20% of damage deal. So you might want to stick back to the old skills so that she can do own self heal. Alright, we are coming to the 3C. Okay, the 3C effects, known as the name of 3C, will be known as Radiance of the Devotee. The type is a holy buff and god, so she's a new faction buff characters, and not to mention that the effect as written here, they do not write. One thing they did not write is that they did not show this buff created, or faction buff or class buff created by Alma 2.0 cannot be stacked with faction buff. But then again, we'll only be able to find out during a demo play, and if this is true, she's gonna be very great or very strong. She's gonna be a great combo with a lot of holy class. So right, passive. Number 1, guard against incoming attack for allies 1 squares or tiles around you. Number 2, immune to position shifting, reverse healing and curse wound effects. And number 3, command aura. Allies 2 squares or tiles around you will have incoming crit damage received by 20%. Oh, sorry, crit chance received by 20%. And increase defense of Holy Monk units by 10%. So this is pretty cool. Should increase the command aura is not only increased for herself but also allies, and the word used here is monk, so it refers to only the holy path of all the job class. Correct me if I'm wrong. And it's not applicable, or it should not be applicable to the holy knights of the cavalry path. So let's repeat again. Number 1, guard against incoming attack for allies 1 squares or tiles around you. Number 2, immune to position shifting, reverse healing and curse wound effect. Number 3, provide a command aura with the following effect. Allies 2 squares or tiles around you will have incoming crit chance received reduced by 20%, and increase defense of Holy Monks units for allies by 10%. Then active skills. Number 1, increase guard range by 2, and number 2, increase command aura effect to 3 squares or tiles instead. And 3, add 15% of your intelligence to defense and magic defense. Number 4, you'll be able to counter attack of up to 2 range. And 5, greatly increase offensive and defensive stats of monk units, or in my case I'm going to call it holy monk units. The effect will last for 4 turns. Yep, they'll increase their offensive and defensive stats. So I'm not sure by how much, we'll be finding out during the demo play itself. So we're going to repeat again. So number 1, increase guard range by 2. Number 2, increase command aura effect to 3 squares or tiles instead. Number 3, increase 15% of your intelligence to defense and magic defense. Number 4, able to counter attack of up to 2 range. Number 5, greatly increase offensive and defensive stats of monk units. The effect will last for 4 turns. So if they say greatly increase, I'm going to presume the increment is going to be like the same as faction buff range. But the part written here that slightly make me wonder is that they do not write that they will not be, cannot be stacked, they will be override, and so on. This is the first time I've seen effect written in such a way for Langrisser. So I'm not sure if this is even going to be considered as a class like a buff, but this is only a class buff, only for holy units. So I'm going to presume upcoming heroes going to have similar effect like this. So right, we have come to the end. What did you guys think? Is she great, awesome, or not so much in your opinion? Leave it down in the comment sections below. We'll see you guys on the next video featuring the demo play of Ani and Elma 2.0. This is Kami. See you guys. Remember to like and subscribe, and goodbye.